Hi, let's work out. Start out standing, and we'll just get some movements in every direction while you're in a standing posture. I want you to go into a turnout. So your heels are about as wide as your shoulders, toes are down about 45 degrees, and then I want you to bend your knees about halfway down into a plie and make sure you can still orient yourself with your weight on your heels and support along the outer edge of your foot. Let's start out just mobilizing the upper body. I want you to take a breath in. You're going to reach your arms out to the side, lift your chest and chin. And when you exhale, you're going to round forward, pretending to hug something big. As you inhale, open those arms, lift the chest and chin, and then exhale, flex forward over your legs. Inhale, let the breath expand and lift your chest. Exhale, draw those abs in, round the upper body. One more time, inhale up, and exhale, flex forward. Come back up to vertical, and I want you to stand up again. Come into a deeper plie, letting your arms cross in front of you, and then just swing your arms overhead as you rise. And just get a nice little bounce at the bottom of it as you let the arms just cross and switch directions. And let's do that 2 more times, feeling a playful bouncing quality through the legs and the feet. 1 more, and then settle back down. Put one hand on your thigh. You're going to reach your other arm out to the side. Now I want you to rotate and flex. We're going to curl down towards one leg. We're going to extend and rotate the other way, opening that arm. Flex down, still with that awareness of drawing your abs in. Inhale, lift your chest and chin. 2 more on this side. And by 2, I definitely meant 3. I'd like to do 5. And then back up 1 more time. Exhale, flex. And inhale to lift. Switch in your arm. Just plant that hand on your thigh. So we're going to take that scooping in, rounding forward. Inhale, open and lift the chest. Exhale, dig down, root into your feet. Inhale, let the breath help you lift. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, gaze follows the hand. 2 more times, curling. And inhale, up. And 1 more time, rounding forward. And lifting back up. All right, rising back up again. Using the width of your legs just to direct how you turn. I'm going to have you lift one heel. You're going to pivot to the side, drop down into a lunge. Now, I'm going to turn towards you just a little bit so you can see both legs. We're going to do a side bend relating to the back leg side. Lift the arm from that side, and when you exhale, we're going to side bend, trying to stretch out the waist and the side of the hip. Inhale, back up. Possibly poppy little skin out from under my shirt, and then back up and exhale over. Inhale to lift just 2 more times. Exhale and inhale up, and last one, side bending over and then back up. Pivot the other way. Sit down into a little bit. All right, so one hand just resting on your hip, the other arm's going to side bend and then back up. So again, all I'm doing with that other side is that. And that's just going to give you a little support, even into the alignment of your lunge, to make sure you feel like you're not going all the way over with it. And then back up just 1 more time, and over to stretch and to lift. All right, let's head down to the floor. We'll do a couple of hip rolls to just get some mobility through the spine. Let's do them like an undulation, because if you do these all the time, you can obviously tell it's my favorite. I'd like you to take an exhale breath, curl your pelvis off the mat, lifting 1 vertebra at a time till you're in a bridge. As the arch comes back into your back, you're going to hinge back down to the bottom. Roll up, and then float down, landing gently into your sacrum. Exhale, curl off, making a long line at the top. Inhale to lower 2 more times, roll up, reaching your knees away from your shoulders. Inhale, hinge down. Exhale, curl off. Inhale, hinge down. Let's reverse it. Exhale, hips go straight up. Inhale, roll back down. And again, exhale to lift. And then breathe into your back as you're sinking into the mat. Keep bringing your awareness back there on the lift, the glutes, and the hamstrings. And then that sense of easing yourself down 1 bone at a time to create your stretch. 2 more times. Keep pulling the knees away from the shoulders. On the way down, drag your hips toward your heels. Last one, lifting. And then inhale to roll back down. Turn onto your side to go into a variation of spinal rotation. I'm just going to pop this off now. Be right back. All right. I need to do like 100 jumping jacks before I start these videos, so I'm not always so cold. Okay, legs and tabletop. Spring's coming, spring's coming. Legs and tabletop, bottom arms resting under your head. Reach your top arm out at chest height. We're going to make a circle with the arm while you go through your rotation. So take an inhale breath, the arm's coming up by your ear, and then you're going to start to rotate. On your exhale, you're going to bring your hand down by your hip and around to the front. So as you're moving, it's not just the arm, it's the whole shoulder quadrant changing. So your shoulder blade has to slide back and down, and your chest opens as you come around that back side. Try to use your breath to encourage the expansion of your chest. And exhale around to the front. Just one more time. Inhale up and over, and then exhale back to your hip. Back to the front. Let's go to the other side. Okay, so coming into the tabletop with your legs, you have a 90-degree angle at your hips. And then let your bottom arm support your head. All right, top arm reaching forward. Inhale, breath again. You're just going to track with your eyes the arm as you rotate back. Exhale around to the front again. Try to anchor down your legs so they stay stacked up on top of each other and help create stability for your hip. This is letting us get the big rotation coming from the upper half of the spine, from the ribs, neck, and head. 2 more times. Big inhale. And exhale to the front. Inhale up and over. And then exhale forward again. All right, from there, I'm going to have you sit up. And we're going to go into a half roll back. We're going to work with your knees bent. If you have a lot of tightness in your hips or very long legs, just walk them out a little bit. And try to position yourself so you begin sitting up on your sit bones. Arms are going to reach forward at chest height. Stay on the sit bones and curl your upper body forward over your legs. Now hold this pose. Let's take an inhale into your back so you can sense the rounded shape you just created. On your exhale, try to maintain it, and you're going to roll your hips back away from your thighs, curling the low back about halfway to the mat. And then as you inhale, round forward, but make sure to stop right on your sit bones. So it's almost like you're holding yourself back at that end range. Exhale, curl back. And here you can focus on the pelvis, really tucking up your pubic bone. On your inhale, curl forward, feel your sit bones, pause there, but just keep reaching forward with the upper body. Exhale, roll back. Make sure your gaze is at the wall in front of you. And when you round forward, this reaching with your arms, you bring the gaze with you so you're looking at your legs. Exhale, roll back. Inhale forward. So I'm using this in the warm-up, the end of the warm-up. In fact, just to prep your low back for bigger flexion exercises we're going to do in a little bit. Just do one more time. So keep doing that sensation of pulling your hips towards your ribs to help maintain the flexion. Inhale, dive forward. Okay, sit up for a sec, grab onto the back of your thighs, and go ahead and roll yourself down onto your back. All right, so you got your low back a little bendy. Let's flip you over onto your stomach. Let's get your upper back a little bendy in the other direction. All right, so we're going to make a W shape with your arms. Your legs should be parallel for this exercise. You can put them together or slightly separate them. And I want you to create a starting position that already feels very active. So you're pushing down into the arms just a little bit with your forearms to keep your upper body propped just off the mat. And I want you to energize out the ends of your body so the crown of your head is reaching away from your toes. And when you create that sensation, you might notice a little tightening in your quads or a little activation in your glutes. Let's keep that. And now let's extend your upper back. So on your inhale breath, create a little more stability pressing into the floor. Lift your gaze to begin bringing your head up. Pull your shoulder blades back and down. And we're going up to where at the bottom rib or 2 ribs. Stay here for a breath in. And then in exhale, you're going to compress your abs, hug your ribs together, and lower yourself back down to that hover. As you breathe in, move from that elongation, head reaching away from your toes. So it feels like we're making a tractioning up the front of your body when you rise and work in the back of your body. Then exhale, sink back down. Pull the abs in, drawing them away from the floor as you lower. Inhale, rise up. Feel your chest get wider as you fill with that air. And exhale, hug your ribs together to come back down. One more time, breathe in, lift up, lengthening through your neck, and then exhale to sink back down. Now bring your arms down by your sides. We're going to go into just altering your hover a little bit to make your upper back feel longer. So now I want you to roll the shoulders back as you breathe in. So you've got the arms drawn in by the sides of your body. When you exhale, we're going to lift up just another inch or two, but keep your gaze down at the floor so your neck and your head are in line with your ribs. Stay here for a breath in, and then exhale, lower back down. Breathe in at the bottom. Exhale, lift up. So in this version of the exercise, it's almost like you can imagine that we had a hunched forward posture and we're just coming up to straight. And then lower back down where you feel that softening. One more time. Roll those shoulders back, open the chest, lift, elongating, and then back down. All right, let's use that as a base, and we're going to play around with the windmill exercise. So you're going to roll those shoulders back, get into your active hover. Feel long through the back of the neck. Now I'm going to take one arm up by my ear, and then I'm just going to switch them back and forth. So do an exhale breath, come to the halfway point where you're like a T. Inhale, bring your other arm up by your ear. Exhale wide, inhale close. Now, once you get the motion going, it will take care of itself. I want you to tune in to the sides of your body, especially at your waist, between your ribs and your hip, the crest of your hip. Feel how you have to subtly shift the contraction from one side of your obliques to the other to manage the extra weight of your arm reaching overhead. Just keep tuning into that. Resist twisting or bending side to side. One more each way. Inhale to your side. Exhale out wide. And last one. Exhale out wide. All right, bend those elbows in. Lower back down. Prop yourself up almost all the way into the first position. Maybe 80%. All right, now making a side bend to change how we sense that side body. I want you to take one arm, reach it across to the opposite top corner of your mat, and then inhale to return. Let's keep alternating. So we're going to reach one side, back to center. And now we're getting a stretch through the waist, through the little spaces between the ribs, and up into your shoulder, which you'll definitely feel that as a lat stretch. Let's do 3 more. Up and over, letting your head and neck follow this bend. And return. Last one. Reaching and back to center. All right, from there, push yourself back into shell stretch. Hips on your heels, flex through your spine. Take a nice big inhale into the back and sides of your ribs. Hold here for an exhale, drawing in your abs and releasing tension out of your neck and your shoulders. Take one more breath in to stay here, and then roll yourself up into a sitting position. All right, let's go down onto your back. Let's do some abbies. All right, so I'd like to take you into the 100. Before we get to the full exercise, let's do the ab prep a couple of times and just play around with the arm bounce component before we put in the rest of the exercise. You're going to take an inhale to prepare. When you exhale, nod your chin and use that to start curling your head and shoulders up. We're going to hover your arms by your sides. Now let's hold for 10 bounces. So you're going to inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make it 15 because we can lower it down on the exhale. Yeah, let's do that 2 more times. I like sets of 15. I'm making it up as I go today. Nod your chin. Curl up your head and shoulders. Make that pose. Now try to bounce. So as we're exploring this mini set, and exhale, I want you to practice not letting your upper body change, hold, come on back down. So you're getting that sense of disassociating your arm from your shoulder. Let's do it one more time. Exhale, nod the chin, flex forward, reach to the arms, and inhale, bouncing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, into 3, 4, 5, and lower back down. So many benefits of the 100, but one is improving our breath capacity and the evenness of our inhale and exhale. So those 5 counts are just your guide to trying to get you like pushing and expanding that breath. Let's do the whole thing. Exhale, rock into an imprint. So your low back's a little flatter and your abs are a little shorter. Inhale to lift one leg to tabletop. When you exhale, focus on how you've made that stability. So you can keep it, bring up your second leg. Now we're going to stay there for just one more breath in. Then again, you're going to nod your chin, flex forward, and we're going to start those bounces. Inhale for 5. If you want this to be a little harder, you can reach your legs out straight. They will feel heavier there. And exhale. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now slide your ribs down towards your hips. Breathe into your back, 4, 5, and squeeze your inner thighs. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Compress those deep abdominals. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep gazing at your knees. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deepen, imprint even more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep heavy shoulders as you're bouncing. 2 more sets. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. Last 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck your knees in. Lower your head back down. De-doop, de-doop. All right. I would like you to now straighten your legs out on the mat. We are going to do the roll up next. In beginning this one, let's just go halfway up twice so you can feel the little details of the beginning of the motion, and then we'll go to the full exercise. Arms up to the ceiling above your chest. There, just check in on things. Can you get your shoulder blades flat, get comfortable in your neck, and get an initial awareness of your abs? Nothing fancy, just notice their relationship to your breath like you always do. On your next exhale, reach your arms overhead and feel the sensation of your ribs coming down to resist the weight of your arms going overhead. So now we're actively holding this neutral. On the inhale, arms come back up above your chest again. Then as you exhale, nod your chin, curl up to your ab prep, and now I want you to do a slight tilt of your pelvis to see if you can roll up just a bone higher. Now try to stay exactly there, and as you inhale, you're going to lift your arms by your ears. Notice how the abs have to work a little harder now, and then exhale to come back down. So that's the subtlety we're looking for. Let's do it again. Inhale, arms up over your chest. Exhale, nod your chin. Let's go to our natural lift. Now imprint. Let's see if we can get 2 bones off now. Boop. All right, hold there. Keep looking at your toes. Inhale, arms back by your ears. Now come down slow. Bring that extra weight of your arms with you. So you land ready to do that full one. Here we go. Inhale, arms up over your chest. Sequence through what you've felt. So we're going to ab prep. You're going to tilt your pubic bone up, and now you're going to keep increasing that flexion. If you can't go up all the way, you're just going to keep doing the exercise we just practiced. As you inhale, start to roll down. And I want you to take your time. Going slow on the way down is the most effective way to get better at this exercise. Exhale and reach your arms overhead. Take an inhale, arms up over your chest. Exhale, nod the chin, flex forward. So we're going to tip that pubic bone up, keep increasing the flexion. And once you've created that C shape, we're going to round up onto the sit bones. You could soften your knees if you need to so we get all the way there, just like you did in half roll back. Now start to roll back, and we still have that support at the abdominal wall, keeping you in flexion. Exhale, unravel, and reach your arms back. Take an inhale, arms up over your chest. Exhale, nod your chin, curl forward, round up and over towards your legs. Inhale, breath, roll it down. Exhale, lay out flat, reach your arms overhead. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, tip your chin down. As you're peeling the spine off the mat, feel how each bone has to push down harder to let the one before it actually come off. So they're all working together to create that flexion of the whole spine. Inhale, start to roll down. So same idea, like you'll feel your low back pressing down a little harder, and then a little less hard as more and more bones come down to distribute into the mat. Okay, circle your arms around. I don't know how I was going to end that sentence. Sorry. Arms around to your sides. All right, one leg circle. For the one leg circle today, just since we're focusing on where your attention goes in these exercises, I want you to take the stabilizing leg that will stay down, bend your knee and make your foot flat. That's going to give you more of an active sensory experience with your foot in the mat to give you support in how you're stabilizing your pelvis. Now for the leg that's going up in the air, go ahead and take it to tabletop, and then I'd assess at that point, are you neutral in every plane? Left, right, forward, back. All right, so you got centered. And now you want to keep your thigh vertical for your starting position. So try to extend your leg as far as you can before you feel like it pulls you into an imprint. Okay, so here you might not get to full straight. When you start your circle, we're going to go towards the midline as you inhale and then down away from your head. As you exhale, circle the leg out to the side and up to the ceiling. As the leg starts, we're anchoring the same side hip, making sure the pelvis doesn't tip forward. As the leg circles out, you might have to push down on the big toe of your opposite leg more to stay active through that inner thigh. Inhale as you begin your circle. Exhale, around and up. 2 more in this direction. Exhale, circle and lift to the top. One more. Inhale and exhale, circle and lift. Let's reverse the direction. Inhale out to the side, down away from your head. Exhale through the middle and up to the top. You want to let the leg release by squeezing a little through the back of the leg and then around and up. And that lets the hip flexors have more support to control letting go because the back of the leg is also contracting to support the weight of the leg circling around. Exhale up. Last one. Breathe in and circle and lift. All right, bend that knee, slide it out. Most important part, wiggly jiggly it. Dun dun dun, switch legs. All right, so now I'm going to take the leg I'm working, tabletop, sense level, then extend it towards the ceiling. On your inhale, legs coming across the midline and down away from your head. As you exhale, circle it out to the side and up to the top. Breathe in as you begin your new circle, and exhale, around and lift. 3 more times this way. Circle, lift to the top, and 2, around and up. 1 more time like this. Inhale, and circle and lift. Let's go the other way. Inhale out to the side, down away from the head. Exhale, around and up. Inhale, open, lower the leg down. Circle around to the top. 3 more times. Around and lift. And 2. Draw those abs in, find the support, breathe into your back, and circle and lift to the top. All right, bend that knee, slide your leg out, rock it in and out. So always challenging in half-hour workouts is feeling like I've prepared you for a hard exercise, pushing it today a little bit. I wanted to get the rollover in because we're doing March Madness, and this is one of the exercises that appears early on. So we're going to go into this now. Oh, but to bridge the gap, well, why was I saying that? To bridge the gap, we're going to do a prep for it first, just so you can, again, sense the little details before we get big. So make an imprint again, which is exhale breath. You're going to rock your hips towards your ribs so we get that slightly longer low back. And then take your legs up one at a time to tabletop. Once they're in the air, crisscross your ankles, open your knees a little bit wider than hip width. And then take your arms off the mat. So again, our focus is just what's going on at the pelvis. We're going to do a very small curl off from the tailbone end of your spine. When you exhale, draw your hips closer to your ribs and your knees closer to your arms to start curling the tailbone off the mat. And then as you inhale, you're going to release it back down to that imprint. Now we want to work in a range where the abs always stay engaged. So you can see my knees are coming closer and farther, but what I'm sensing is that I'm unraveling, like almost like you're unrolling a carpet, and my attention's here on that feeling. My abs are working as they get longer. That's why my legs are moving away. I'm not like push-pulling it from the legs the whole time. Pause, switch which ankles on top, just so we stay in balance. Same idea, exhale, small curl up, inhale, lower. So what this should open up or wake up is a lot of sensation in the lower abdominal muscles. When we lift our arms up, it just prevents us from pushing with the arms, so you can sense that. But when we go to the full exercise, pushing the mat with your arms is part of how you create stability. Let's just do one more. Exhale up, inhale, return. All right, just so we're still challenged, don't bring your legs down. If you don't want to do the full exercise, do a second set of that. If you're going to the full, bring your legs to parallel. Sorry, bring your arms down to the mat. I did promise that. When you start, you can reach your legs straight up to the ceiling, and then I'm going to have you use an exhale breath to lower your legs down in a diagonal. That's your working starting position. As you breathe in, lift your legs up to the ceiling. Give that little pressure into your arms. Now you're going to try to curl off, rolling to your shoulder blades. Bad shirt. Inhale, you're going to open your legs just a little bit. Exhale, you're going to roll back down. One bone at a time. Stay in imprint and reach your legs away on the diagonal. Bring your legs back together. Take them up to the ceiling when you breathe in. Exhale, curl your spine off the mat. Roll over to your shoulder blades. Slightly separate the legs when you breathe in, and exhale, roll down. Now this exhale has to last a long time because I want some left for you to catch an imprint, hold it, and lower your legs. Inhale, legs together, hinge them up. Exhale, curl yourself off, roll over to your shoulder blades. Split the legs slightly, and then roll back down. And reach the legs away. Now let's reverse the direction. Inhale, legs back up to the ceiling. Exhale, roll yourself off. Reach over to your shoulder blades. Legs together when you breathe in. Exhale, roll back down, one bone at a time. Again, leave some breath. Hold on to that imprint. Reach your legs away. Again, open, hinge up. Exhale, roll yourself off. Legs together. And then roll back down. And reach your legs away one more time. Open, hinge. Exhale, curl off. Close, roll back down. And reach your legs away. All right, tuck your knees back into tabletop. Let's lower your legs back down to the mat. Flip over into your stomach again. Double leg kick. On this exercise, which we're going to simplify just a little bit, I want you to start with your toes turned out about as wide as the mat. And just try bending your knees and squeezing your heels together. Just make sure you've chosen an angle. You can go back and forth between those motions. So that's like a little hamstring curl. When you're squeezing and pulling in, you'll feel your inner thighs a little bit as well. Let's start in that. I want you to also begin with your head turned to the side and your hands behind your back. If your flexibility allows, kind of flop your shoulders when you begin. All right, when you breathe in, you're going to straighten your legs like you just practiced and hover them off the mat. At the same time, lift your upper body up so you're in that extension we did in the warm-up. Turn your head to the other side. Place your hands behind your back. Let your elbows flop a little. On your inhale, we're going to rise up. We want those thighs to hover just off the mat. Exhale, squeeze into the heels. Activate your glutes and your abs. Inhale, lift up. Gazes forward, lift your heart. Exhale, turn your head to the other side as you lower back down. Breathe in as you lift, reaching out through your toes. And exhale as you lower. Let's do 2 more times. Reaching out, keeping that turn out as you lift up. And exhale, compress your abs, pull those heels in. 1 more time, inhale, lifting. And exhale to lower back down. Now, lay those legs out straight. Keep them turned out, but just bring them a little more narrow. Now, let's play around with a hover again. We're going to do swimming. So you're going to reach your arms overhead, about as wide as your shoulders. Draw the abs in so we create support from underneath. And take an exhale breath. Reach out the arms and the legs as you keep that core support. Now, on your 100 pace, you're going to inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale. We are alternating, lifting up the opposite arm and leg. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. Now pull into the core, reach out on your inhale, draw back into exhale. Last 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach it all out, lower it all down. All right, sit back in the shell. Hips under your heels. I want you to take a full inhale and exhale by yourself. I got to fix my headphones. Or fix my hair under my headphones. All right, roll yourself up. We're going to finish with a little plankety-doos. Start out standing. And we're going to begin rolling down. Our first set, we're just going to do a set of push-ups. Nod your chin and start to curl towards the floor. Let your knees bend as much as you need to so you can reach the ground. And then walk your hands out. And I want you to either make a plank or a knee down plank, whichever you prefer. We're going to do 5 push-ups. As you breathe in, lower in 3 pulses, going deeper, deeper, deeper. Then a smooth exhale to push back up. And again, take it down for 1, 2, 3. Exhale as you lift. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Exhale up. 2 more times. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lift. Down, 2, 3. Smooth push up. Walk. Sorry, lost my mic. Roll on up. All right, marchy, shaky. That's what we're going to do between sets. The Muppet dance. All right, next time you go down, we're going to create your plank. And we are going to go from regular plank into an extended upper body a few times like that. Nod your chin, start to round forward, just like before. Be soft on the way down, and then walk out to that strong plank. All right, so you've got yourself pushed away from the floor, fingers spread, arms externally rotated. As you breathe in, lift your chest and chin, see the wall in front of you. Exhale, pull your abs in, drop your gaze so you're looking level with your fingertips. Inhale, hard up, shoulder blades back, still bracing away from the floor. Exhale, return to your plank. 2 more times. Make sure the shoulder blades glide back to facilitate this. Exhale, return. Last one. Inhale, hard up. Exhale, neutral. Hips up, walk your hands in. Put some bend in your knees, get your weight over your feet. Roll back up. All right. Plank to crouch back and forth for the next set. Nod your chin, curl down to the ground. All right. Walk it out and find your plank. Now when you breathe in, you're going to shift your weight back, flexing your knees and your hips, and then as you exhale, come forward over your arms. Inhale, shift back, and exhale, return. When you shift back, push away with the heels of your hands. Make sure you're getting the benefit of really getting the load off your wrists, but opening the wrist joints every time you come back. 3 more. Shifting and forward. 2. Exhale. 1 more time. And forward. Good. Pike your hips up. Walk your hands back in. Roll yourself back up. Muppet dance. Last set. Plank to downward dog. Let's do it. Nod your chin. Curl down. I wasn't sure if it was a good idea to do the push-ups first. It was a good idea. I pat myself on the back, but I'm busy. Okay. Pike. You want your sit bones pointing up to the ceiling. Shift them back and up towards the wall behind you. Exhale, drop back down to that plank. And again, inhale, hinging up, shifting back towards your legs. Exhale as you return. Breathe in. So this should feel like a nice stretch through the back of the legs. Exhale to return. I want you to go to it and stay there. Once you've got the pose again with more body weight loaded back into your legs, walk the dog. Drop one heel and then the other. So you have a nice little stretch through the calves. And let's do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk your hands back in. Bend those knees so you can get your weight over your legs. Roll back up. All right, just standing with your feet parallel, hip width apart. And I want you to take an inhale. You're just going to stretch one arm overhead to side bend. Exhale, lower. Inhale, over. And exhale, down. Let's just do 4 more to finish. Reaching and lifting and over. Last one each way. Inhale and exhale up. And then inhale, reach and up. All right. Stand tall, stand proud. Go about your day. I'll see you later.